Good evening, everybody. I'm going to be hosting the live webinar this evening. Just hope everybody's had a fantastic weekend and a busy week and are looking forward to the week ahead. On tonight's call, we've got myself, obviously, we've got Hayley, we've got Lorraine, and hopefully Amanda is going to be joining us shortly. I think she's just having a few problems getting on. So we're going to cover a variety of topics this week. Hopefully they are going to be of some use to you. So we're going to start off with the presentation box that you can order from your back office, and it looks like this. So it comes in a beautiful white box, which is quite quirky actually, and it's ideal to carry around in your bag, and it's for doing really one-to-one presentations. Am I relaying back, Hales? Is there an echo?
No, you're good.
Okay, good. Can you just mute yourself, Amanda, please? Okay, so sorry about that. I'm just getting a bit of myself repeating back. So inside the box, you've got quite a few booklets. Now these are really useful for when you are enrolling team members, because you can really give them a good outlook of what the business is about. So it shows them the game plan, and in that game plan booklet you can literally plan out their next few weeks after them joining you, and they can write their goals in there and a bit of a strategy on how they're going to start running their business. So that's really good. The presentation binder is really good, because it actually, I mean, I've got to lift it up, but it's standalone, and you can go through the business. It's like a flip chart, and on the back, as you're flipping, it actually gives you what you can, pointers on what you can talk about. So it really gets the ball rolling and get you into full swing of a little business presentation. These, I can't stress enough, are really good for one-to-one presentation. So if you're meeting someone in a coffee shop, these are fabulous to take along with you. And you can buy them in the back office, so it gives you all the information. This is kind of like a visual business. When you're like, we refer people to presentations online and stuff like that, but as you know, if you're in a coffee shop, you don't want to sit there with your phone out, so it gives them a visual look instead of you trying to just explain it in words. And you've got Dr. Newman there, and you've got the compensation plan and everything at hand. So try and order yourself one of them, guys, in the back office. It's also got a hello pamphlet. It's got, again, all about the company, where to start. It's got all about the products in there, so you can start like learning about the products. And like, I think it's ideal when somebody does join yourself in your business, that you get them to order one as well, because they can literally sit down and read through the information. And some people take to reading better than looking at videos and stuff online. And then it's got all about the opportunity. It also comes with what do you call them, like one of the sticks that you plug in, a USB drive thing that you plug in to the computer, and it relays loads of information, brings up loads of information on the computer. So get yourself one of them. The other thing I wanted to cover tonight is contact marketing. Some of you might not know what contact marketing is. So what it is It's literally going out in the street or going around the supermarkets or anywhere really, but anywhere where there's loads and loads of people, that's going to give you chance to engage with others. So it could be like taking your children to the park for an hour after school, where you're going to see loads of other mums who are doing exactly the same as you. The idea of contact marketing is we've been using these, me and Lorraine, over the last couple of days, and it's our business card. Now, on the back of our business card, we've attached a sachet of Instantly Ageless. I know there's a few in the team that have been using this idea as well to drive their business forward. So when we're out and about, me and Lorraine went to London yesterday, and London's a great place to go contact marketing because you've got so many people from all different walks of life. You've got tourists, and you've got loads of different locations in London and loads of monuments where people gather. So for instance, we went to Hyde Park. Can you imagine how busy Hyde Park was yesterday, with it being hot as well? And in Hyde Park they've got monuments, so people are literally gathering, taking photos and all sorts. So we managed to pick up quite a few email addresses while we were out and about, and that was just literally by approaching people and asking them if they had heard of Instantly Ageless. Now, you're going to be absolutely shocked because everybody that we spoke to hadn't heard of Instantly Ageless. This is the middle of London, and not one person has seen Becky Hurley's video or even heard of Instantly Ageless. They didn't even recognise the sachets, the vials, anything. So it was quite good for us. Obviously, we got quite a few no's, but you have to get quite a few no's before you get a yes. I think some people might have thought it was a bit of a bomb being in London. But yeah, I even stopped one young girl and was speaking to her about it. She was really intrigued, and I showed her the Becky Hurley video while I was trying to explain, you know, what Instantly Ageless was. After obviously seeing the video there and then, she was really intrigued, and she literally, before I gave her the my card with the free sample on, I asked her to provide me with an email address so that I could send the video onto her so that she could literally learn how to apply the product, so that she didn't go away with the product and try and apply it, because as we all know, there is a certain way to apply Instantly Ageless. So I'll be emailing them back tonight, all those contacts that I made yesterday, with the Becky Hurley video and some other videos on how to apply Instantly Ageless, and obviously the business opportunity. So that's basically more contacts added into my business. So that's one of the ways that you can grow your who do you know list and start growing that list of people to contact. And it doesn't have to be in London. Like I say, you can do that as long as you've got your business cards on you with a free sample of Instantly Ageless. You can do that in supermarkets. You can do it. Probably one of the easiest things to do in a supermarket is start with the cashier, because the cashier always says, oh, have you had a good day? Or you always say something to the cashier. So that's where I would start in the supermarket, and then the park's quite easy because you get talking to other mums, and obviously the school gate's really easy as well. But yeah, just try and get used to speaking to a couple of people a day, and giving them, in exchange for their email address, a sample of Instantly Ageless with your details on there. But just one last thing before I pass you on to Hayley, just to reiterate how much there's thousands of people out there that still do not know about Instantly Ageless. So again, just because you guys are seeing it and loads of people are on Facebook, there is a whole world out there that is not on Facebook and that do not know about Jeunesse. They don't know about Instantly Ageless, and they certainly don't know about Luminease and the other products that we do. So that's my little bit for tonight, and I'm going to pass you on to Hayley for Hayley to take over. Take it away, Hales.
Hi everyone. I'll wait for excellent. I just really wanted to share a couple of things this evening because I've been talking to a few of the team members, and that's about busying ourselves. The first thing was, and this is kind of just my experience, because I'm so busy with work and the children, Jeunesse and other things. There's been a few, and obviously I haven't been well, and to be honest, it's a bit of an excuse as well. But there's been things in the house that I've been wanting to do, and I've kind of been putting off. And but in the back of my mind, it's kind of they're the things that I've kind of felt that I needed to do as well. And I don't know about how you feel, but I'm one of these people when there's lots of little jobs and things, I feel that sometimes things mount up and they become a bit of a mountain. And when you think about the things that you need to do, or you write your list, you've still got these other things in the back of your mind that you feel like you need to be doing as well. So I made a pact with myself that yesterday I was going to get on with some of those jobs. There was going to be no more excuses. I was going to get them done. And I managed to get those little bits and pieces done in the house. And I can't tell you how much better I actually felt in myself. And I think it's one of those things, there's a little bit of feng shui there as well. It's like when you're uncluttered and you've got a clear mind, you can really focus on kind of some of the things that you need to do, because as much as you kind of want to focus on other things, when you've got things that are in the back of your head that you want to be doing and getting on with, you can't really fully focus. So just a little message, if you have got little things that you need to do, you don't need to tackle them all in one day like I did. I just went head on and kind of just got them all done. But just try and focus a little bit of your time every day, maybe just to tackle one of those things along with some of the other Jeunesse things or other things that you've got to do in your life, because it won't seem so surmountable. You know, every day you do a little bit, it takes the pressure off you. So that was just really the first message. Try and tackle some of those other little jobs, and then the mountain doesn't feel quite so steep to climb. The other thing about busying yourself is every day it's important to try and do something. It doesn't matter how small, but something within your business. But it's finding the right times to do those things within your business. It's very important, obviously, to do all the groundwork, to do the reading, watch the videos, listen to the hangouts, all those fundamentals, your vision board, your planning and everything. But try and pick the right times to do that and busy yourself with that, because sometimes it is easy kind of to use those kind of things as a bit of an excuse to busy yourself throughout the day. So pick the times when you feel that you wouldn't be able to contact people, you wouldn't be able to follow up. So maybe in the evenings to do those things just before you go to bed, or while you're lying in bed, maybe read a few pages of your book, or first thing in the morning. Do your planning sort of in the evening, perhaps when you can't talk to people, because it's easy to fill your time with non-profit making things. You need to, at the end of the day, you're in business, so you need to make revenue, you need to make contact with people, you need to be selling. So do all those things in the times when people are available, or you've arranged to contact them. Make times with people to do actionable things, because then you'll find that it's much more rewarding, because you'll be able to feel like you're getting on with your business. But then in the mornings or in your lunch hour or before you go to bed, do those other activities, because then you'll get you'll get a lot more fulfillment. It will be much more productive for you, and hopefully you'll get a much better result. So busy yourself at the right times and the right day. There might be certain days of the week that are better for you, so plan ahead and make sure that you're doing something to do where you're increasing the revenue for your business, because at the end of the day, that's why you're in business. You want to increase your sign-ups, and you want to sell products, and you want to make money. So all of those other planning things are very, very important. I'm not taking anything away, but I'm just trying to say, don't busy yourself in the times when you could be doing other things, because you'll achieve a lot more by contacting people when you've said you will, or doing something in the morning when you're most productive as well. So that was my message from today, and I hope you all have a very successful week. Back to you.
Hi, right, so we're just going to pop Lorraine Fields on, because she's going to give a few of the tips that have actually been working for her over the last few weeks. So take it away, Lorraine.
Hi, I just wanted to, actually it follows on from Hayley quite well about consistency. Now, I work full time, and as soon as I get in the evening, I'm rushing around trying to think, but I've got to contact people, like Hayley says, before it's too late. So what I've done is I'm going to show you something, which is this. Now, that looks quite daunting, but that's what I do on a Sunday, is everything that I've got to do in the week. Now, it looks daunting because 7 of those post-its say schedule in business page. Another 7 say post on my own page. They're just really, I find, memory joggers. So like I'll walk in and go, right, that, pull them off, post them, and then I'll put them on another board. And if I've got time, which I usually try and find time Sunday night or Monday night, to schedule posts in my business page and schedule. So I spend a lot of time probably on a Monday night scheduling. Half of that's gone. So then as I come in the week, it's not so daunting, and it looks so, I'll do that. It's just, for me, I find it's memory joggers, and it helps with consistency because there's something on there for every day of the week. Even if it's only scheduling a page or posting in business pages, which you can't schedule, so you've got to do that. So I tend to do that as soon as I get in while my tea's cooking. That's just what I find useful. I don't have to think about what I post. Well, I do have to think what I post, just not what I have to do. The other thing I wanted to share is I've found very useful is having accountability buddy. I was doing it with Lisa a couple of months ago when I was doing a coaching course, and I found that extremely useful because I would say to her, right, I'm going to do X, Y, Z this week, and then when I spoke to her the following week, I had to tell her I had done X, Y, and Z. It's what I'd said I was going to do. Now, it wasn't the end of the world if I hadn't done it to Lisa, but to me, I felt I was letting us both down and wasting time if I didn't do what I said I was going to do. So I wonder whether it's useful for people to buddy up with somebody to say on a Sunday night, right, this is what I'm going to do next week, and just check in with them next week. Both of you do it, to just say, yeah, don't lie. If you didn't do it, you didn't do it, but you'll feel guilty, which will make you more determined to do it the following week. And the other tip that I read up this week is see how many no's that you can get from people this week. And if you know, if you're going to get a lot of no's, it means you actually are approaching a lot of people. They're not all going to be no's, but it makes you less frightened when you get a no. You just think, oh well, next, because you know, I don't know what the statistics are, but I think it's probably 1 in 10 is a yes. So when you've done 9, you know your next one is a yes. So that's really all I wanted to say.
Yeah, thanks, Lorraine. Okay, just cover a few things that Lorraine said there. Having an accountability partner is really, really effective. Some people use life coaches as their accountability, but you guys can use each other within your group. So it's about finding somebody who you get on with. I mean, I've been tag teaming a little bit with Hayley this week, and she's held me accountable to a few things, and actually emailed me this morning, text me this morning, sorry, to say, did you get it done? In which case I text her back, because I knew that if I didn't get it done, like Lorraine says, you're not only letting yourself down, but not that I'm letting Hayley down, but it's that you don't kind of like want to look as if you are kind of like all talk and no walk. So it does work. So if you can tag up with somebody, you don't have to pay, you know, hundreds of pounds for a life coach. That can quite simply be somebody within the team who you have built a friendship or relationship up with. So yeah, it does work. All right, I'm going to pass you on to Amanda. Let me just mute myself, and welcome Amanda to the team tonight.
Thank you. Hello, can you hear me? Hi everyone. I would like to talk this evening. Can you hear me?
Can you just turn your microphone up a little bit, Amanda?
Okay. How's that? How's that? Can you
Still
hear me?
quite quiet.
Okay, it won't go any higher.
Okay, one sec. Okay, yeah, just take it away, Amanda. We can hear you.
You can hear me. I'll try and talk up. Is that better? Is that better? Okay, I'm going to go for it. Brilliant. I would like to talk this evening about events and approaching people, and about the learning curve. Myself and Claire and Hayley were at Nebworth House today with a lot of people and a lot of traffic at the event. The event was very different to past events that I believe Hayley's done, but it was my first big event and it was Claire's first big event. There were a lot of farmers there. It was a rural community and it was a country fair. And we started off with our opening lines, and we were getting a lot of no's, which were okay. We don't mind no's. Didn't make us feel despondent or rejected, didn't have any of that. Took us out of our comfort zone, which was good, it was healthy. And soon came out of the comfort zone and into a nice, comfortable zone. And then I started thinking, if I change a couple of words, how are people going to react? So, for example, said, oh, hi, we're doing Instantly Ageless. Have you heard of Instantly Ageless? And some people were saying, oh, no, haven't heard of Instantly Ageless. And then it was like, would you like to come and sample it? I was getting a lot of no's. So then changed just a few words, and a couple of people said yes, and started playing with words. Then the other tactic that I used, and Hayley and Claire used, was that rather than stating what we were doing, was just opening conversations with people and asking them, have they just arrived? Talked about the dogs that they were walking around with. And that felt comfortable, and then led on to what we were doing. And a couple of people actually did ask me, oh, what are you doing? And that was a nice way of approaching it. But I think my point is that rather than stick to one single line or a few rehearsed lines, is actually judge the person that you're speaking to. And maybe just change a couple of words, because by changing a couple of words in your sentence, you get a very different response from people. We had a really good day. It was a really good learning curve. And got some nice leads and learnt loads, and that's what I wanted to share with the group. That's me. Done.
Thanks, Amanda. That was brilliant. Yeah, talking about language, absolutely amazing topic. So really glad that you brought that up, actually, Amanda, because you're absolutely spot on. I've been doing a couple of courses over the last few weeks, and a lot of them have actually brought up about language, and by just changing a couple of words in your sentence, how it can open up another ball game for you. So there's lots of information out there on like language, using language in conversations and stuff like that. So it's probably ideal for everybody to do a little bit of research on that, and there's thousands of books on Amazon to do with it. But just going to end on some things which is about personal development. Over the last few weeks, I've put myself on a few personal development courses, because it's in this kind of industry is all about our mindset. So, and getting our mindset in the right set to go out there and to speak to people, because unconsciously, when we are talking to people, we are giving off, although we think whatever's coming out of our mouth is absolutely positive, and we're all like, oh, hi, we're doing Instantly Ageless and this, that, the other. What we subconsciously give off is actually telling another story, and that can be the minutest of things, and it is just like people pick it up and they don't even know they pick it up, and you don't even know that you're giving it off. So personal development for me is really, really big, and I think everybody should try and take their own little journey on personal development. It does help you grow. It does take you out of your comfort zone. It helps you go out of your comfort zone. It naturally pushes you, because by reading personal development or listening to it, you are naturally growing your confidence, because a lot of it is common sense and it's just clarifying what you actually already know. So that's enough on personal development, but I'm just going to finish the call with, because a lot of people don't know what to do on a daily basis. Now, for me at the moment, I'm literally working on building a bit of an online presence, because there's so many social media platforms out there. Facebook's not the only one. So I think as a team we should all try and cover all social media presence. So we're building a presence on all platforms. So you're not just going to be known on Facebook. Once people start seeing you in these different social medias, that's called presence. That's got a real powerful impact. So on a daily basis, this is what I've started doing. I've actually wrote myself a list. And so I'm just going to give you that list, because it might be quite useful to other people as well. So first thing in the morning, what I've started doing is listening to something really, really empowering and powerful. For me, I've picked Napoleon Hill and Think and Grow Rich. It's quite an old book. I've got it on audio actually. And when I get up and make myself a cup of tea in the morning, I'm literally sitting there and I put that on in the background. Now I take it to every single room, so I've got it on my phone on YouTube. So I'm taking it to the bathroom when I'm actually brushing my teeth and having a wash and stuff like that. It's there playing in the background. Subconsciously, that's going in. It's setting me up for the day. Okay? So get your mindset right first thing in the morning. Be professional and think to yourself, what kind of person you want to be, that, or what kind of person do you follow at the moment, and what is it that they're doing that's encouraging you to follow them, because there's something about that person that you quite like and that's why you're following them. So what kind of person do you need to be to attract people to follow you, and start acting and following out those little simple things every day, and bringing that into your reality. So rather than thinking about being that person, start acting like that person and taking the little gestures that you like about them and incorporating them into your own style. And you can do that walking around the house, and just by visualizing. So I do my affirmations and my goals for the day. So start talking to myself. This is about mindset again. Affirmations are retraining your brain and getting your mindset in the right space that it needs to be. So I do my affirmations. I've got 3 affirmations that I do for the day, and then I'm going to set my goals up. So what do I want to achieve out of this day? Working on a daily basis now, not on a 6-month or year basis. So just on that day, what goals do I want to get out of that day? What do I want to track that day? And what am I going to commit myself to achieving that day? So then I'm going to go on to create and publish. I haven't done this yet. I'm starting this tomorrow. So this is just giving you a rundown of my daily list, okay? Create and publish a market blog post, okay? So start thinking about what kind of topics you can talk about in a blog post. That might be about the Luminese. It might be about the business side of things. It might be just about products, about instant ages, but you're creating a new blog so people can start following you on that blog. And you can create blogs on Google Plus as well. If you look through all the apps that Google Plus has got, it will say create your own blog space. So you can start creating a blog there. 20 minutes of social media and post interacting. So that's just not, it's not whacking out your own post, that's commenting on other people's posts. So if someone says, oh, I've had a great weekend, I've been there, or someone's been to a holiday resort where you've been to, just literally start commenting on people's posts, because people do, this how nosy people are, they think, oh, Lisa hasn't commented on my post, or it could actually be someone that you don't know but you've added as a friend through just for business purposes. So start commenting on their posts saying, oh God, that looks like you've had an absolutely fantastic weekend. What will happen is so many people that have seen you comment will literally click on your name and click over to your profile just to be nosy, oh, what does she do? Some of them might add you as a friend and then say, oh, I've heard about Instant Ages, or I've heard about Janess, can you tell me a little bit more? You just don't know who's watching you. So then I'm going to review and improve my paid ads. So I've got a few paid ads running at the moment. As you know, some of them don't work so good. That's because you've targeted it incorrectly, and some of them are working absolutely fabulous for you. So it's about reviewing them. If they're not working, stop them, add another target in there, add another country onto that ad. Don't let it run if it's not getting no interactions, because you're just wasting your money. So review and improve your paid ads. Little bit of team training, so touching down with people. Do you need anything from me? What are your goals this week? And just interact with your team and see where everybody is and what you can do to help push them forward. Personal exposure. So now we're coming on to Facebook and personal experience. So we're going to be putting our personal exposure out on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, and all social, Instagram, Pinterest, whatever you guys are on. I suggest you kind of like open up an account for all of them and start really using them. I think one of the things I'm going to be doing over the next couple of weeks is doing some Facebook training and Twitter training, because we're not actually using them to our full potential. There's people out there, online marketers, who are making an absolute fortune from social media platforms because they actually know how to utilize them properly. We have only literally skimmed the surface by doing paid ads. So maybe start looking for online marketers and start following them and see what they're doing, because there's a lot more to Facebook, there's a lot more to Twitter and LinkedIn, all of them, to be fair. Okay, so personal exposure, and then you've got people that have contacted you and asked for further information. So personal exposure and follow-ups, and you know, don't make everything about the business, because that's when people do get sick of it. Start thinking about how you can inspire people. I'm absolutely loving Hayley's little pictures that she's doing at the moment, and that's all about inspiring people, and that does draw people to you. Your messages and your email follow-up. So like say if you've been using Market Bolt and stuff like that, you're going to have people that have been putting their email addresses in, and you can start following up on those. Start getting a bit of a momentum going. So if you start emailing people, people are going to start emailing you back asking for more information. So that's your follow-ups, and if you start doing that on a daily basis, you're going to create the momentum. And then just start working on new projects, which might be podcasts. So that's just doing like 5-minute podcasts that are giving useful information, like what we're doing tonight, but not just for your team, just for other people who are network marketers out there. So start creating like little tips for other network marketers, because as you know, those network marketers might not be happy in their company and are looking for a new opportunity. And then doing your own little webinars. So one of the things I'm going to try and get done this week is a webinar on the actual business plan. I miss you too, darling. Say hi to everyone.
Hi.
So yeah, so like doing our own business plans and business presentations, instead of using like Kathleen Degelman's or someone else's, start creating your own YouTube presence with webinars on the products. So I know Kirsty started this week, which is absolutely fab. She's been doing ones on Zen and even on AM and PM. So if everybody can create their own business presentation webinar, I think that would be absolutely fabulous. So that's it. Everybody's come back into my house all lively. So I'm going to cut off now because I suppose all you can hear is my son rabbiting on. Do you want to say anything, Hales or Amanda, before we wrap up, or Lorraine?
No, great webinar. Just hope everybody has a really successful week.
Okay, guys, over and out. We're going to stop broadcasting. Thank you.